This is a whole lot of boxes. I hope I can finish this up quickly. Hi everyone, welcome back. So I've been away in Japan for about 2 months, and while I was away, a whole bunch of boxes arrived. So since there's quite a lot to go through today, let's just get started. On a side note, since the Chinese New Year is coming, my hair has been chopped off. Well, New Year needs a new hairstyle. Anyway, let's just get started. Starting off is the smallest parcel number 1 from H-Poi Taobao. My usual go-to for figures since shipping is cheaper from China for me. I got this before Chinese New Year, so it managed to ship within 14 days. Ordering from China during the CNY period will definitely have delays, so yeah. Anyway, in this parcel, I have the Hikkake figure of Hoshina, and I got this for only 59 renminbi, which is about 10 USD. This little guy was so scalped in Japan when I was there last year. I only saw him in one shop, and he was well over 3,000 yen. That's like 3 times the original price. Thankfully, I managed to get him at his original price. Inside the box, this minifigure comes with a little turquoise box, as well as a chibi-fied Hoshina which sits on this box. He's so adorable, front and back. Hoshina just sits on this box, and with that, he is good to go. This is a relatively simple figure, and it's so sad to see him so expensive in the aftermarket. Honestly, if a character is so popular, they should produce more stock of them. Oh wells. Anyway, this chibi-fied Hoshina is very well sculpted and very accurate to Hoshina's character design. The shading is simple, but that's okay. If they made one version with his eyes open, I'm pretty sure I'll get that too. Next up, I have another small parcel from H-Poi. Besides figures, I also like to get merch from Taobao, cause buying from Japan usually results in scalped prices. Sadly, merch are easily scalpable goods. This is the Hoshina Fuwa Kororin M-size plushie, and if you don't know how popular this boy is, he is definitely scalped in Japan. I could not find him at all even though he was already released during the period I was there. On the front and back of this plushie, they drew in Hoshina's battle suit, and it's fairly detailed. He even has an ahoge. There was also an L-size version of this plush, but I think this size is just perfect. Moving on, another H-Poi parcel, but this one is bigger. I believe this was also released around the same time as the previous plush, but I don't usually mind not consolidating much from China, since shipping is usually cheaper for smaller boxes. In fact, I mainly fear that small parcels will be lost if held by the proxy for too long. Hence, once the proxy gets the parcel, I would usually send it out immediately. Anyway, these are also Fuwa Kororin plushies, but it's a box set of 6 small size plushies. Sadly, unlike the M-size one, you cannot choose the design. They all come in blind boxes. I bought the whole box to guarantee myself a Hoshina. For the first box, I'll go with this one. Opening up, I got a blonde one, and that's Hikaru. Sadly, not Hoshina, so I'll move on. Next, I'll go with this one. Please give me Hoshina, please, please. Opening this up, it's a black hair character, but too dark to be Hoshina. This is Mina. Yeah, not Hoshina. I got both ladies from this box. Okay, next one has white hair, and that is definitely not Hoshina. It's Reno. Moving on, this one has purple hair. Oh yes, this is Hoshina. Yay! I didn't need to open all the blind boxes. It's 4 out of 6 boxes, so I'll take it. This little Hoshina is like the M-size plushie with his better outfit and ahoge. It's super cute and can be hung on the back like a keychain. Now that I have my Hoshina, I don't need to open the remaining 2 boxes. Moving on to parcel 4, I have a bigger H-Poi box. But this isn't really a big figure. Sometimes H-Poi likes to give a ridiculously big box. Yeah, inside I only have 3 mini Ohiruneko figures of Hoshina, Iharu, and Mina. This came as a set of 3 for only 190 renminbi. The Hoshina is rare in Japan and scalped as usual, so it was cheaper for me to buy the set of 3 to get him at his original price. This line of minifigures features characters in neko or cat form, and they are sleeping. They are chibi-fied and look like tofu or mochi. Super cute. Even though these are very small figures, they are quite detailed, especially the battle suits. They are also quite accurate to the character designs. I'm so happy to have all three, even though I really only wanted Hoshina. However, I feel that such figures are really not worth more than the original price. Scalpers are just too much. Great, that's all the H-Poi parcels I got. Moving on to the goodies I got from Japan. The first parcel is a thin one, and this is from the Proxy from Japan. I go to them whenever they have discount coupons. Inside this parcel, I got some Kaiju 8 merch. First up, I have the clear file of Hoshina and Mina skating. I wish they had a file with just Hoshina skating, but not for this series unfortunately. The back is a simple design, but I like the graffiti format for the Kaiju 8 title. Next up, I got this sticker poster of Hoshina skating, since it was the next biggest alternative which didn't have Mina in the illustration. I don't really know how this sticker works, but I don't intend to use it. I just wanted a big print of Hoshina. This poster has Hoshina printed on both sides, and it's in a really nice matte texture. So yeah, it's a great alternative for a clear file. Next from this set is the Hoshina skating acrylic stand. Yes, of course I had to get this. However, I did see a lot of this in Japan when I was there, so I could have gotten this myself without the proxy. Oh wells. Regardless, I'm still happy to have him. This illustration of Hoshina is so fun, and the acrylic print is of high quality, as usual. I love the graffiti design of his name. He is a great addition to my Hoshina shrine. Next up, I have Parcel 6, and this is from another proxy, Tenso. I usually send things to this proxy for merch which I can get myself when other proxies have no discounts. The first and smallest items in these parcels are more Hoshina goodies. Yay! First is this dress code version Hoshina case, and it's a little clear pouch which I can store things in. It seems like a nice accessory for an Ita bag. Next is the acrylic stand of this dress code Hoshina. His purplish blue suit will probably be tacky in real life, but as an illustration, the colors are nice. Having a dressed up Hoshina stand is a great addition to my shrine as well. The next item in this box is another Hoshina. This tube is the A3 poster of Hoshina in a sketchy manga art style. Thanks to the tube, the poster is in great condition. The paper and print quality is really good, plus A3 size is just perfect. Moving on, the last items in this box are vinyls. That's why the box is kinda big. The first vinyl I have is this Neon Genesis Evangelion soundtrack. I just wanted a vinyl with the Cruel Angel's Thesis. Such an iconic song. Inside this vinyl sleeve are snapshots from the anime, which is pretty nice. There are two vinyls, and here is the first one. It has a bluish-black marble color, and it's the same on both sides of this vinyl. As for the second vinyl, which I realize is probably supposed to be the first, it has this big print of the cover, and on the back, there are some details of the song list. As for the vinyl, it's also in the same bluish-black marble color. It's very pretty. Next up, I have the one vinyl I was so happy to find. This is the Blackstones original soundtrack from the very nostalgic series Nana. Inside, there is only one vinyl, and my gosh, I was so surprised to see this hot pink thing. It's so attractive and contrasting to the design of the cover. I love it. Besides Nana, I was also very happy to find this vinyl of the No Game No Life soundtrack. It has Shiro in her colourful aesthetic right on the cover. Inside, there is also only one vinyl, and to my pleasant surprise, it is also in pink. This time a pastel pink color, perfect fit for Shiro's image. This is not a clear vinyl, and I really love how it looks. Moving on, the next vinyl I have is the original soundtrack from the movie Belle. To be honest, I found the plot strange, but the music, it's top-notch. Also, I was mainly watching this movie cause a famous architect from the prestigious Bartlett School of Architecture was doing the background scenes. Check out Wong on Instagram. He does very beautiful visions of futuristic cities, and seeing his works in 3D form from the movie was just fantastic. A snippet of one such scene is inside the vinyl sleeve. Very pretty. Anyway, inside, I first have a big print of the movie illustration. And on the back is information about the song list. Inside, there are two vinyls. The first one is in a very beautiful clear and pink color. As for the second vinyl, it's also in the same clear and pink color. It's very artistic and beautiful. The last vinyl I have is the Solo Leveling soundtrack. Sure, the anime was super entertaining, but the music is by Hiroyuki Sawano. And I kinda want every vinyl this musician produces. They have done so many music for popular series like Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill, and my most favorite songs are from 86. Why is there no vinyl for 86? I would love to have it. Anyway, really happy to have snagged this vinyl for Solo Leveling. There is only one vinyl for this one, and it's in a pretty blue color. Seems like all the vinyls I got from this parcel are all in pretty colors. I didn't expect that cause I was more into the music, but yay! Okay, back to the haul. The next parcel I have is from CD Japan. And inside, the box looks pretty underutilized. But the shipping price wasn't too high, so it's okay. Inside the box, the first item I have is the Nyan piece megacat minifigures from the Submit War arc. This is a box set of mini cat figures of the characters from One Piece, and there are 8 blind boxes inside. Taking out one of the blind box, inside, there is a piece of paper advertising the other Nyan piece minifigures Megahouse has. On the other side, the paper has an illustration of this blind box cat, which is Ace. Here is the mini cat figure of Ace, and after attaching his tail, he is an angry little kitty. For the next blind box, I got Mako, and he is also in the same pose as Ace. The following kitty is Izo, followed by Edward Newgate, aka Whitebeard. Next is Buggy, my favorite comic relief in One Piece. Following that, I have Ben Beckman, who needs more screen time, together with the powerful red hair Shanks. And last but not least is the injured kitty Luffy, super adorable. Moving on to the main item from CD Japan, this is a vinyl. I usually get vinyls from CD Japan, and for this parcel, I'm really happy to snag the latest vinyl from Ado, called Zanmu. I saw this when it came out in Japan, so I was really excited to receive it when I came back home. Music from Ado is just fantastic, and I'm always happy to hear whatever new song she has. Inside, there are 2 vinyls. Here is the first one, and it's in a solid black color. As for the second one, it's also in a solid black color. Even though the color is simple, the music is nonetheless fabulous. Now for the last parcel in this haul, it's from Zen Market. I usually swap between Zen Market and from Japan, depending on the discount coupons they have, and whether I have any items to consolidate from either of them. I'll start with the smallest items in this parcel. Here, I have Sutaya's Hoshina in a Suit clear file from Makari. And yes, this is from a scalp price. Sadly, this was practically impossible to get since it was only on sale at Tsutaya in Japan, and pretty much sold out very fast. But I'm glad to have it since it's Hoshina in a suit. The next item is IG Store's Casual Hoshina in a Café file, and this was also from some pop-up in Japan, with no online shop available. So like the previous file, this was out of stock pretty fast, and I had no choice but to get this scalp from Akari. Oh wells. Moving on, the next items I got in this parcel are 2 little One Piece figures. These are the Sanji and Nami lookup figures by Megahouse. I'm collecting a bunch of these One Piece characters to put at my lower shelf. These lookup figures are so cute at the low level since they can look up. I got these 2 as a set so as to get the little bonus items. I quite like these little bonuses since they are little accessories that matches their characters. Sometimes you get little cushions, little pouches, and even badges. But I feel that the little accessories are the best for these lookup figures. They can be displayed with the figure and quite often represents the character really well. Anyway, here is Sanji, and apparently his head is removable. That joint allows Sanji to look around. Next up is Nami, and just like Sanji, she is the same. I quite like that they gave her the long hair cause it makes this minifigure bigger. I wonder if they will make one with her short hair next time. As for the bonus, Sanji got this serving plate thing cause he's a chef, and Nami got an orange, which is just perfect for her. I love playing with these lookup figures. I can make them look around, and no matter the angle, it's so cute. In the shelf, I'll definitely have them look upwards. The last item I have in this parcel is the Hoshina last prize from the second Kaiju 8 Ichiban Kuji. The last prize can only be obtained by buying out the remaining Kuji board. Because there are so many lucky people in the world, most of the Kuji boards I saw no longer had the prize A and prize B figures. Only the lousy prizes remained. So instead of buying out a lousy Kuji board, I figured I might as well find this Scalped off the market. Sadly, the cheapest I found him was at 12,000 yen on Mercari. Even Nin Game was selling him at a crazy price. Sobs. Anyway, inside the box, there is only one blister package, which includes a fairly detailed rock base. This is followed by a support rod, which I did not expect. Next are Hoshina's 2 swords. And lastly is Hoshina himself. This mask Hoshina was way more expensive than his musculous counterpart. I think it's cause they didn't do a good job on the prize A figure's face. Anyway, for assembly, I just need to set him up on the base. It required a bit of force, but he managed to go in quite snugly. With Hoshina on the base, I can attach the swords next. The sword simply slides through his hands. Lastly is the support rod, which I'm disappointed to have. The figure is quite light, so I'm not sure if I need it. Anyway, this is the fully assembled last prize figure of Hoshina from the second Kaiju 8 Ichiban Kuji set. Other than the price I paid, I think he looks fantastic. His pose is so dynamic, and the many details are very well sculpted. He is 13 cm high, so pretty small, but expected for a prize figure. Zooming into his face, with the mask on, I think they nailed Hoshina's face. His eyes are opened, which is pretty rare for a Hoshina merch. This is his serious look, and it's really good looking. Moving down the figure is the Beta suit sculpt, which is so detailed. There is not much shading, but the wrinkles in his suit are at the right places. It defines Hoshina's muscles really well. Hoshina also stands on a really interesting base, which is a detailed looking rock or debris, way better than most other scale figure bases. Sadly, even though this figure was advertised without the support rod, he came with one anyway, and I figured I would need to use it even though this is a light price figure. Oh wells, better safe than sorry. And with that, I've come to the end of my video. What a great haul to start the new year. I realized I got so many Hoshinas once again. Anyway, if you enjoyed what you saw, do leave a like and subscribe with notifications to stay tuned to more videos. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye!